My parents raised a golden child who wrecked his life, then sued me for unjust enrichment. My brother was the golden child. Can you imagine your own parents, the people who brought you into this world, not just betraying you, but actively trying to destroy everything you've ever built? Because that's what happened to me. They didn't just ask me to fund my golden child brother's failed life. When I refused, they sued me. I remember the day I turned 18. It wasn't a party, it was a promise. A silent, ironclad vow to myself. I would never, ever expect anyone to save me. Not my parents, not some lucky break, not some magical mentor. Just me. That pledge became the bedrock of every decision I made, even if no one around me, especially my parents, ever noticed or cared at the time. To them, I was just the quiet one, always glued to my laptop, the kid who didn't understand how the real world worked. Meanwhile, my older brother, Victor, he practically strutted through life, like he was born wearing a crown. His birthdays were coronations. Every single dinner was a platform for his genius. And my parents? They were always the loudest clappers. My name is Dylan. I'm 26 now, but this whole nightmare really started a few years back, when I was just turning 23. By then, I'd already paid off every single one of my student loans. Every single one. Cash. I'd even bought my first house outright. Nothing flashy, just a simple place in the suburbs, but it was mine. And my e-commerce business? I'd built it into something I was genuinely proud of. 6 figures in income, a small team of freelancers, and the kind of independence most people my age only dream about. I wasn't the type to show off, though. No flashy social media posts, no bragging. I just kept my head down and worked. Deep down, I knew that if I ever stopped to celebrate, someone would try to take it all away from me. Turns out, I was right. Growing up in a tiny town, everyone knew everyone else's business, especially if you had a last name like ours. My dad, John, was the regional manager for a building supply firm. He wore that title like a literal badge of honor. My mom, Rachel, juggled part-time work with being Victor's full-time cheerleader. Victor, 3 years older than me, was always the golden child. My parents would joke that he was born with a winning grin and a scholarship offer. It didn't matter that he'd flunked out of college, wrecked 2 cars, or maxed out my dad's credit card on some spontaneous spring break trip. Oh, he's just finding himself, they'd shrug. He's meant for great things. As for me, I was the backup plan, the unseen son. That's how invisible I felt sometimes. I remember one Thanksgiving dinner, not long before everything absolutely exploded. We were at my parents' place, the turkey half-carved, and my mom was already 2 glasses deep in her box wine. Victor had just limped back from a business venture in LA, which, predictably, ended with him crashing on someone's couch and begging to come home. My folks welcomed him like he was a returning war hero. At dinner, my dad raised his glass. "To new beginnings," he murmured, his eyes fixed on Victor. "We know your next chapter is going to be a big one." Victor just beamed, clinking his glass. I said nothing. Nobody toasted me when I bought my house. Nobody even mentioned it. They all knew too. I told them months before, sent pictures, even offered a host. Never got a single response. But Victor rolls back in with 2 duffel bags and a trail of debt collectors, and suddenly he's the phoenix rising from the ashes. I truly try not to let it get to me. I really did. I'd spent years painstakingly building my business, mastering SEO, sourcing products, handling customer service.